set up for a preemptive Hunter's Fury, it looks like. It will be just that.
Away we go. Bunny looking towards, heading towards B. There he is, going to chase this down. Shaz, none the wiser.
God, man.
Say hello to Bunny and the judge. But Dapper's on the site. He's managed to find a way around. Now there's problems. Athena knows he's in trouble. Dapper's done him dirty, just right back off the back of it. The lineup, Dapper still finds Bunny. Zumba's right there, but now it's just Zumba in a 1v3. He's going to find one, but it's all for nothing. Zom shuts it down. It will be Sentinels with the victory.
Again, closing out convincing fashion here after a blip, we'll call it, on map 2, and F4Q stepping up to the plate, showing really what they're capable of. Sentinels able to close out, and again, coming into this expectation-wise, Haven, obviously their bread and butter, or more of a bread and butter pick for them in terms of the map pool overall, but F4Q still in high spirits, and that's good to see, really. Yeah, Bunny just having just highlight after highlight. Again, he's been a talking point in every single series they've played, but once again proving, I mean, yeah, he takes it. Best raise in the world. At least 100%. The best to watch.
100%. Truly entertainers through and through. They put on a marvelous show.
Yeah, yeah.
And hey, who knows how far they could push it if they can somehow find that mad balance between the two. They were able to push Sentinels. I mean, to what extent? Sure, I mean, debate it all you want, that's completely fine, but they still picked up the map.
Absolutely, and like I said, that's an accolade in itself. There is, like you said, very short list of teams that have been able to do that. Obviously, previously, a team did it on this stage here, but that's huge for F4Q to come away from this. Hey, again, you could argue it's not worth an awful lot in the grand scheme of things, but that map victory actually is probably worth its weight in gold to F4Q.
Oh, 100%. They've got to be proud of that one, and for Sentinels, it's now eyes on the future in this tournament. We know the event, the next couple of events that are coming up are not going to be easy for them either. They have some very tough opponents they're going to be facing off against very soon.
Do indeed, and again, so Dapper did get horizontal again. Okay, only at the victory screen, because it definitely wasn't looking that way after map 2. But again, whatever spin we put on this, protecting the map pool, not showing too much away. Again, we get a little taste really of Sentinels closing out this stage of the tournament.
Yeah.
And likewise for F4Q.
Great display from both sides, really. I'm happy to see that. That was a fun game, if I'm honest, and we kind of knew what it was. Sentinels still keep moving in the right direction for themselves here. Yes, there was a moment of lapse in judgment, but they're still just fine. And challenge awaits. That's the big question, is how do they look going forward? The first time they've been made to look human in this tournament, rather than the Titans. So, again, bated breath to see how they look in the next couple of games.
Sure, and just come back to being made to look human, obviously in terms of the loss, but also coming here where, again, a lot of the fans are looking at this and being like, oh yeah, it's a quick 2-0. Yeah, easy, light work. And again, wait, where's the 2 on the other side? Why is nobody on the left side holding the 2 up? Because it was 2-1, right? Or... Okay.
Life is short, ours eternal.
It's something like that, yeah. That is a work of art right there.
Truly, truly. But on the other side, I'm already a fan of these guys. They put on such a great show. Yeah. It's so much fun.
Oh, it's us. Hey.
Oh yeah, we were enjoying that.
Yeah.
One bit of fun. All right,
we're not allowed it.
No. Right. Well, because of that, production, we're going to end this part. So we're going to go to the Prime Gaming highlights. Guys, do stick around. The desk will still be wrapping up the day, giving you the lead-in of what to expect in the upcoming days and kind of the lay of the land. So don't go too far away. We'll see you soon.
Sentinels and F4Q heading to their desks for one final bout between the squads.
One enemy
Sight to pull the trigger, but the adjustment. Oh, Tense! You're an animal!
Thank you,
A weird and wonderful round. Yes.
Absolutely weird.
Yes.
insane already.
Talking about Sentinels here.
All right. Well, we're talking about Sentinels. Riv is standing by to talk to Sentinels. Let's hand it over to him for the Verizon postgame interview.
Thank you very much, Dash. I am joined by SicK from Sentinels after their victory over F4Q. And I want to touch on that for a second before we go back to G2 and then forward to playoffs. F4Q is super aggressive. What's it like to play against a team who, right after the walls drop, you usually see Bunny or somebody else in your face?
Yeah, playing against Bunny is crazy. I really respect the way they play the game because it's nothing like we've ever seen. So a lot of times you just be like in our face, like 5 seconds around. I'm trying to like throw slows on the ground to stop him. I'm like, what is this? He's in my face. I think one round, like when we played them the other day, he like was in B heaven on me, just shotgunning me on the first gun round. It was crazy.
Yeah, we saw it was pretty hard to adjust to. Now, I want to get your opinion. It's been 4 months, about since Masters Reykjavik. What is your opinion on the strength of the teams now that you're seeing at LAN?
I'd say the team's improved a lot. You know, it's interesting to see because when we came here, when we started scrimming, we noticed like a lot of teams were using a lot of utility to push us back and stuff. And before that, like we didn't really have that problem. So I think the more utility-heavy comps, we tend to struggle with a bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And next question. I know you've heard a bunch. G2 Esports becomes your first loss in international LAN, but I want to know not the takeaways from the series, but your takeaways from G2. And do you think that's the team you could meet in the finals?
Yeah, I think G2 looks really strong. I know people are hyped up on a SEN and Gambit because like in scrims I feel like they play really well, but G2 seems to have this way of like playing on LAN that's pretty impressive. Like they don't make many mistakes and they have really good utility usage. So I think they're throughout the entire tournament for sure.
All right, and I got to ask, we did see a little bit of social media, better seed secured. You guys believe you got the better seed on that?
I mean, yeah, I think so. We got the better seed. We'll see how it plays out.
Why is that?
I mean, we want to play the NA teams anyway, so it's the better seed because we get to play our home competition, and we're more comfortable with that.
Fair enough. If history repeats itself, it's going to look pretty good.
Yeah.
I do have a final question for you with a pretty fun stat on this. Sentinels has only lost 4 complete series since adding 10s in March. One of those was Anbox, and Ye popped off in that game. Are you guys ready for El Diablo as you go up against Envy, and what do you think about Ye?
Yeah, if the Ye is a really talented player, of course, but I think if we play how we normally play and we play smart, we're going to be able to isolate him and not let him get the pick side he normally does. So I guess we'll see.
Awesome. SicK, thank you so much for your time. I know it's late. Go ahead, celebrate with the team, and go get some sleep.
Thank you.
We're going to throw it back to the desk to break down the day and get us out of here.
Thank you very much, Riv. I love the question about the development and the evolution of the teams over the 4 months from the last time they dominated Reykjavik, because, again, that's been the conversation, is what would every region go home, work on, and ultimately take as learnings from that and bring back to another international LAN. And SicK, paying respect to the teams and the regions that have really stepped up in a big way, citing utility usage as the biggest